Welcome to New York Gold. I'm greedy. I want 100 CPDs, and this is how I'm gonna do it. I have a 15-gallon tank, and there are a bunch of CPDs. I don't know if you can see them in the back. I think there's about 9, maybe a dozen back there. I have a fry trap, I'll show you in a second. I have some fry here already. There's actually some wild fry cruising around the tank, and I'll show you what I do from here. I'm gonna take out the trap, spill some of the water back, not too much. I don't want to lose anything good. I'm gonna bring this over here. All right, that is my basic egg trap. It's just a container that my Chinese food comes in. This is mesh. I think it's number 5 mesh. It's got the 1/4-inch holes, and I got a rock in there. So I put this in here, I put this on here, and I'm gonna go reset this sucker. That's it. Look at this little fluff, and that is done. Reset. Boom. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick out all the snails. So from here, I put a light on it. I usually use my magnifying glass, and I look for eggs. If you look over here and over there and over there, you can see there's a handful of eggs in here. It's not crazy loaded, but there are plenty of eggs in here. So this is like a 25 or so bow front. And I'm just gonna put this here. It's half submerged to keep the heat from this tank into here. And there's too much snail poop and whatnot in there and fish poop to really be picking the eggs up. So I'm just gonna leave everything in there, and then we check it every day, and we'll see if we get any babies. In 24 to 48 hours, they start to hatch, like this little guy right here. You bump it, and I suck them up, and I take them over here, and I plop them in. And now we incubate them in here, and every couple days I put a dozen or so in here. This is just a food tray. This is a sponge filter. It's zip tied around the whole thing, and then I have just a piece of tubing with some holes in the bottom, and some of the drips go in, some of them don't. Doesn't, as long as it keeps the flow, the hole in the back. And then I had to put this here to keep it nice and tight so we don't have any issues. That's it. These drips keep circulating the flow. So soon I'll be taking the guys out of the tray, and they're gonna make their way over here, damn phone, to this 10 that's almost ready. I'm going to take that heater out, and there's a huge cold front coming, so I'm going to have to wait about a week, because we're in the basement here, to get this temperature. I don't want it too cold, so they grow faster when it's warmer. So I got a new heater, everything's ready to rock and roll, and then when these guys are ready, I'll dump them in there. I'll show you that next. Okay, it's moving day. I'm going to take this tray, I'm going to take all the sabwasatang out, and I'm going to take it and I'm going to dump all the contents into this. Should be nice and warm. I got a seasoned filter in there, some plants to hide in, and it's nice and warm. It's about 82 degrees. So we'll see. I unplugged the air line, moved everything out of the way. This is what we're looking like. We have a bunch. Alright, I'm trying to think of a way I can do this without transferring all that poop into there. So I think I'm going to try to scoop out as many as I can and then set the whole thing up for new ones. take some time, but all right, they're in here. You gotta trust me, there's a bunch. And we'll just keep feeding them up and making more. Okay, so it's been about 6 weeks. See, my hair is growing over my visor. And this is the grow out tank, the little 10-gallon. So I took a picture from the above, and then I put red dots on all the fish I can see, and I counted 64. And then we got to subtract the 4 cherry bulbs that were in there, so it leaves us roughly 60. I have a feeling there might be a little bit more because I couldn't see underneath the grass, but I'm going to call it 60. Now I know it's not 100, but I'm not done. I'm not done. There's more. I have 2 trays over here. This one was with the youngest and the newest grow outs that I keep putting in there. They're not free swimming yet, and there's about 50 in there. I counted. Every time I count I get 49, 51, but that's about the same. And here I didn't count. I'm guessing between 40 and 50. And these are the guys that are about a week or so old and they're already free swimming. So between these 2 trays, there's roughly 100 there, just in these trays. And I know they're young, I really can't count them yet, but there's still more. So this is the grow out tank. That's the tray I've been using, and everything you see, those are not the adults. Those are actually part of the same batch. When the eggs, all the eggs that don't drop into that container end up hatching inside here. So I've been feeding this, and so it's just another grow out. The parents aren't eating them, they're just growing out in here. So I don't know, maybe another 30 or 40 in there, because they go all the way to the back. So yeah, we're talking now close to 200. I should have named this 200 CPDs. That is that. The road to 100 CPDs. Not bad. We did good, and we're still going. Now I'm addicted. I can't stop breathing these things, and we'll see. We'll see if I ever stop. Bye.